Old Godzilla was hopping around Tokyo City like a big playground, when suddenly Batman burst from the shade and hit Godzilla with a bat grenade. Godzilla got pissed and began to attack, but didn't expect to be blocked by Shaq, who proceeded to open up a can of Shaq Fu when Aaron Carter came out of the blue and he started beating up Shaquille O'Neal. Then they both got flattened by the Batmobile, but before we could make it back to the Batcave, Abraham Lincoln popped out of his grave and took an AK-47 out from under his hat and blew Batman away with a rat-a-tat-tat. But he ran out of bullets and he ran away, because Optimus Prime came to save the day. This is the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny. Good guys, bad guys, and explosions as far as the eye can see, and only one will survive. I wonder who it will be. This is the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Gaming Fix. I'm Frank, and today we've got a lot of news, but before that, of course, how I got my game on. I'm gonna put a little promo out really quick here. To my folks over on Lost Lorn Games, where I work as a writer, and been having some issues lately because I have been uber sick. I've had some serious coughing fits and what they think is probably sleep apnea, and it has not been a good combination. And I have not been really writing, but I've got some projects that I'm working on, and I'm pretty excited, and going to talk about those today a little bit. But I'm trying to really quickly put in a little thing here so people will check out. It's live right now and done. Hopefully I will get some people checking it out. That'd be cool. All right, so without further ado, how I got my game on. I don't think I was a little bit of a, like I said, because of being sick, I think I was a little bit slouchy. It's a weird thing. You start to type something or write something, and you kind of find yourself asleep. And that's what I've been going through with insomnia at night. So it's been a really weird mix of things. I wouldn't really recommend it. And of course, it's been hot here, so I'm in my T-top again instead of one of our great gaming shirts we'll be talking about later. So I'm currently working on in Empire and Puzzles, and had a remarkable war score last time. Still was like it was the lowest score of my team, but it's the first time I've ever gotten like 1100, so I was pretty excited about that. But the top score was, I think, like 1400, something like that. But still, it was I was pretty impressed with myself, doing well in the war. We had a couple guys that were like closer to my numbers, so that was good. And I'm currently trying to get Nora up, who is my birds girl, and she's getting up there, getting lots of heroes trainings going. Trying to get haven't I would have done more had I been a little bit better, I think. And so as far as that, I did pretty good. There's a war on today, and I'll definitely be stepping up on that. Um, Probably right after the show. And that's again Empire and Puzzles and Make Something Else Up. Feel free to come on to Empire and Puzzles and join our group, our alliance. We could definitely use more people. So, and we're a very easygoing group. So, if you're interested, please join up and tell them Frank sent you. Also, I was watching. I've been watching uh, Lock and Key. Finished that up. That was really good. I'm pretty sure it was the series finale. Um, really enjoyed it. Liked it a lot. I would highly recommend it. Not going to give any spoilers, but I will say it was just a really good season. Um, Definitely recommend everybody check it out. That's Lock and Key. It's on Netflix, and I really enjoyed that. I've been watching Evil. Um, Evil is weird because it goes from this uh, like this dark, sinister kind of a feel to it to almost this straight out silly uh, kind of feel to it. I enjoy it. I think it's really fun. Been watching it for a while, and now I'm in season 4, and just watched episode 10 last night, which was really awesome. Really enjoyed that. Um, as far as I don't know if this ends up being I don't know. Well, I will say I really have been enjoying A League of Their Own, which is on Amazon Prime. Really enjoyable, good show. Has some good elements that they brought into it. It actually does talk about some subjects like African Americans and African American women and their what do they do or how what did they do for being part of baseball during that time. And that's a nice different story. Um, all of the women on the team, I think, look they're I wouldn't say they're average beauties or anything, but I would say that they're more realistic. Um, and I thought that they were pretty cool. I've been enjoying watching that. Trying to think, but as far as gaming, I really haven't. I tried. I did try a game. Had to take it off my phone because it froze it right up, and that was RPG Dice, which was a pretty good game. Um, Basically, you're rolling and able to do damage to characters, and you do have a little RPG character, and it wasn't too bad, but it really froze on my phone. So unfortunately, I had to take it out, and also because Puzzle and Empire does take a lot of space, so I had to uh, bring that space down and put Puzzle and Empires up. Um, Also, last night just did Hot Five History on the Fives, and find out all kinds of different history on Transformers and all other kind of minutia that ends up getting discussed, and it was interesting. I was watching Solar Gray's series yesterday. He was doing gamer it was like basically it's gamers uh, syndrome as far as dealing like being gun shy because of the horrible experiences that you've had as a gamer. And so I thought I'd share this one today, um, because there's talking about basically like how you deal with things at the table. And I don't know if this is probably not how other people have dealt with this type of thing, but when I was in high school, I was no high. It wasn't high school when I was in junior high. So I guess it must have been either 12, 13, maybe even 11. I'm not sure. Um, I saw some kids playing D&D, and I joined their group, and they at first seemed cool, but uh, I guess because I wasn't very popular as a kid, I don't really know. I don't know what I did, honestly. I don't know what happened. But when I we started playing, and a lot of the game, like we ended up playing Robotech, and I ended up on a ship, and my own party decided to booby trap me so that they would kill me. So they specifically tried to kill me, and it wasn't like an in-story thing. It was just um, they decided that they would kill my character, and that was my first introduction. And I think it kind of went that way again. I remember playing like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't remember getting attacked again, but I will say that in if you have the opportunity, if there's someone you don't want to play with, I think it's better to just tell them, "Hey, you're just not someone we want to play with," than to kill them over and over again. Um, I didn't find that to be a fun time. And I don't know, I think that it made me like care about my characters, but not really care about if I was going to lose them or not. There's only been a couple, like maybe a handful of times that I've actually been affected by a character death where it's like really, really bothered me. Because like if I like the character or something, and but it hasn't really happened that often. And I think part of it is that I'm just used to the possibility that someone might just decide to take out my character because that was like the first time that I ever played. Um, Oddly enough, then when I was in high school, I started a group for them. Ended up bringing in the same people, and they actually did it again, which surprised me. I thought that things had changed, and it had been several years, and so I just decided to take all my books out of the because I had a bunch of books in the files for people to play and stuff, and I just took all my books and left because it was frustrating. Plus, I had to talk to the principal, and it's weird because like we wanted to have a D&D game, a D&D club, but you couldn't call it a D&D club because back in the day they'd be like, oh well, that has some negative stigma, so like you could call it a role players club or whatever, but you can't call it Dungeons and Dragons. So that was kind of a weird thing that happened too. But yeah, basically what I had like armor in Robotech where like you can turn into a motorcycle. It's like close to being a transformer, and I thought that's cool. And then I had I'd actually say his name, but I'm not going to do that. But he set landmines specifically, knowing that my character was coming down the thing so that it would kill me, and I was done. It I'll be honest, it put me in tears. It was rough. Um, I don't know. It's not that I couldn't deal with character death. It was the one thing that, like, your own party killing you when they could just ask you to leave. So if you're going to, if you have something where you like, I don't like the member of the party or whatever, then I think that it's just better to. Uh, I think it's just better to actually, just let them leave. Like, if you have a problem where you don't want somebody at your table, you should just tell them that, hey, we don't want you at our table, rather than just killing off their character or something like that. And it's one thing if, like, the DM accidentally kills your character or something like that, but it's another thing if the players around you actively try and sabotage you. And then, like I said, I think it did get me to play a certain way. But anyway, you should check out. It's recorded back in the deck, and today I think he's doing something else at 3. Just go on to Twitch TV /BID_P, and he's going to be discussing, I think, I don't remember what the other subject was, but you can also get the recordings of yesterday, where he was talking about how people deal with, how they were treated at the table before. I think, like I said, that's made me play in a way where I enjoy my character, but I'm not affected by character death. And when I think when I started LARPing, I just liked the idea that it could just be that, like, you could be like, oh, I could take this tract and see how it would land me. And so I just kind of got an immunity where I was like, I'm not really affected by character death. And by then, character death wasn't, honestly, like, now I don't think character death is as much of a thing. It's been a very long time since I've lost a character, and it's not like I played so close to the vest that there's no way that I could lose my character. It's definitely a change in the overall way that gameplay occurs. So that's been a thing. But yeah, that's just wanted to share that. And then also I ran Pathfinder, but it's weird. Sometimes your players are like, hey, we've been fighting a lot and stuff, so now we want to have a chill day and go shopping, which was interesting because it's like, okay, but like, it's been 2 days or so since we've had a fight, but that's kind of what they wanted to do, so that was cool. I run more of a sandbox game where I've got different plots, and if you touch them off, then they'll affect you. And if you do that enough, then you might have a plot that's constantly affecting you because you've tapped so many off that you just got so many different things going. But I sometimes have NPCs that are like, they're aware and they're doing stuff while you're doing stuff. So it might be a race against the clock that you don't really know about. So it's kind of one way that I'll run. And as far as my writing, I am currently working on basically getting the guilds kind of a new format for the guilds in for one of the Lost Lorn books, and I'll talk about that more as I get a chance. But I got a bigger assignment, and then like I said, I've been having this apnea, and at the same time cough. Like, it's funny, the other day, I don't know if it's funny, but I was watching Solar's show on Back of the Deck, Solar the Cinematic Sorcerer, and the thing went down, and like it was like the very end of the show, and then I fell asleep, and it's funny. Solar was teaching me something, and I woke up, in a coughing fit watching NXT. It was really weird, but that was my day yesterday, so I guess that kind of thing happens. And I just come back from the from treatment, so I had my lunch. I was watching Solar, and you really should see that video. It's really good. And yeah, and I finally fell asleep, and I woke up just in a coughing fit, which was interesting. Interesting. But we have quite a bit of news today that I'm going to share. I'm trying to. So the first one I want to share is that yesterday we had a launch of Transformers pre-orders, and the pre-orders are. And they have a Transformers Studio Series 86 Voyager Ironhide, Transformers Generations Legacy Voyager Predacon Inferno, Transformers Generation Legacy Leader Transmetals 2 Megatron, Transformers Generation Legacy Deluxe Dead End, and Transformers Generations Legacy Voyager Armada Starscream. So that's the Armada Starscream. Studio Series 86 Leader The Fallen. Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Last Night Hot Rod. It's a French hot rod, so it is the one that is black with the red, not the standard hot rod that most people remember. Transformers Legacy Deluxe Autobot Point Blank and Peacemaker. Point Blank being the gun, I think, or Peacemaker being the gun. I don't know which one was which. Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Last Night Crosshairs. Transformers Generations Legacy Deluxe Crankcase. Transformers Generations Legacy Deluxe Skullgrin. All these dropped last night, by the way. Transformers Masterpiece Edition Revenge of the Fallen Starscream. So this is the one from the movie, and it's a Masterpiece Edition. So it's a pretty penny. Transformers Masterpiece Edition MP53 plus B Dia Burnout, which I believe is Burnout in a Diaclone, so it's a different color. It's a black, and I think it's one of the ones that's like a metal. And then Transformers Studio Series 86 Core Wheelie, which is their new Legends class, and it's one I'm interested in. And then Transformers Studio Series 86 Core Ratchet. So all of those just dropped, and like, I know all my Transformers friends are probably going to catch them all because they're like Pokemon to a lot of my Transformers friends. But that happened, and then also I almost wanted to go to this. If you're in the California area, DRL All Grand World Championship Racing, October 11th, 2022. Drone racing at PayPal Park, Silicon Valley. And I want to go to this. There's two problems with it. It's treatment day, and it's would be right during the Hot Five history on the fives that I do. So I don't know that I want to do that, but I would like to see and cover some drone racing. I think that'd be pretty fun. And that's in Silicon Valley, and it's October 11th to 2022. And I'm going to click on the tickets just to get an idea of how much we're talking about. $15, so that's not too bad at all. But it's in San Jose, California. Yeah, that would be really rough. Yeah, I would almost have to stay the night somewhere for that, which I guess I could at a Motel 6 or something. But then it's a question of what am I going to do about my treatment? So I don't know. But that's something that's happening, and looks pretty cool. Today we also have, I just got some announcements here that there's FunCon 2022 exclusives, and they'll be Friday, August 19th at 9:30 a.m. Pacific. So there is a 22 Ferrara Candy Company. Well, I guess this has the names on them, but it doesn't have the. That's weird. It doesn't really have the title. But there's a new. I think that's a lemon head. Yeah, it's a lemon head candy. So Sean, you probably want that lemon head because you like lemon heads, and I know you love Funko Pop. Or the opposite of that. Looks like a Sentai Power Ranger, Yogi Bear soda, a She-Hulk soda, Jimi Hendrix soda, and I have no earthly idea soda bottle. And the virtual con experience, this event is not a lottery event and is open to everyone. We are utilizing our waiting room feature. While shopping, there will be a limit of up to one of each item per household. Items in your cart are not guaranteed for checkout. I'll be honest, none of these really strike me as something I want, but if you're a Funko fan and you just are a completionist, then there you go. Also, we had a game come up. It's a new game that they're working on right now. From Whitehorn Games and developer Brian Wilson, The Forest Cathedral is a dramatic reimagining of the events leading up to the true story of scientist Rachel Carson's 1962 environmental science book, Silent Spring. Launching on Xbox Series X and S and PC this fall, players will be thrust into the world's scientific discovery, deadly environmental effects, and corporate manipulation. But who was the real Rachel? Brian first learned about Rachel Carson and Silent Spring in a college science class in his senior year, which ultimately put him on the path to creating a psychological thriller based on the harrowing events she lived through. Our professor focused on topics such as invasive species local to us and current events that we could be informed enough to have a conversation about as non-scientists, said Brian Wilson, developer of the Forest Cathedral. Learning that Rachel grew up near Pittsburgh piqued my interest because that's where I was living at the time. After learning that, I noticed her inspiration throughout the city and her mural on the sides of buildings, bridges named after her, and even a 45-mile hiking trail honoring her. The story of Rachel Carson is a David versus Goliath story, he continued, where in the process of writing Silent Spring, Rachel was being silenced by giant chemical companies, all while battling breast cancer, and over the years she also kept secret a relationship where the primary form of communication was handwritten letters. The fact that she was queer would have ruined her career. If you haven't read Silent Spring or don't know who Rachel Carson is, you won't be left out. I aim to respect Rachel's story, but also fictionalized it in different ways to make sure that it's engaging and interesting for players, Brian said. Since a game about someone writing a book doesn't sound like the most interesting thing, The Forest Cathedral acts as a prequel. I thought it'd work better if the players actually completing scientific tasks and learning about DDT firsthand. Countless hours of research and development were put into bringing Rachel's story. And unfortunately, um, to life, here you'll find some insights into the process, including concept art, reference photos, and development notes and screenshots. The Forest Cathedral sees players take on the role of Rachel, who has assumed a field research biologist position on an expansive, environmentally rendered forest on a remote island. While completing her weekly task, she quickly realizes things aren't as they seem. Players will slowly uncover the horrific effects of the pesticide using advanced environmental technology to complete puzzles and weave together 3D exploration and 2D platforming. What secrets will Rachel discover on this island? Many will try to silence her, but somehow the truth will come out. And you can watch the teaser trailer on YouTube under the Forest Cathedral teaser. Tried to download it, but it didn't want to work at the moment, so that's what we could do. Key features of Forest Cathedral include Hey Little Man, switch control between Rachel Carson in the 3D world and the little man inside the 2D world of her advanced environmental scanning tools in order to solve puzzles and platforming challenges. Nature and peril, explore a meticulously crafted forested island, dense with trees, animals, fish, and insects, all impacted by the dangerous effects of DDT. And The Sound of Silence, the game features a fully voiced narrative to invest players in the harrowing history of the attempted silencing of Rachel Carson, backed by an enchanting original soundtrack. The Forest Cathedral released first on Xbox Series X and S, PC via Steam this fall. To keep up with all things The Forest Cathedral, be sure to follow Whitehorn Games on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch by joining the official Whitehorn Games Discord and by visiting whitehorngames.com. The full press kit, including logos and screenshots, can be found here. That's more for me. Thank you for... Okay. Brian Wilson is also attending PAX West this year. Okay, that's one for me too. But so that is all about the Forest Cathedral. Wanted to share that. And okay. So also thought that'd be faster, but it was not. All right. So some other things. Oh, yes. As a for the first time in history, a African American woman is featured on a wrestling game. The new game from AEW, Fight Forever, has Jade Cargill as one of the main wrestlers on the front cover. And this is the first time this has ever happened, which surprised me, since there have been it seems like someone like Sasha Banks might have been featured at some point. I'm kind of surprised that they hadn't been. Or I can't think of her name right now, but there have been some other black women wrestlers that were fairly prominent too that I just can't think of them at the moment. But awesome for AEW to do that. And it looks like Spelljammer was just released yesterday. And so if you've been wanting to get your Spelljammer book, you can pick that up. And also, just to let people know, in the area here near the Bellflower, Long Beach area, you can pick that up at Guild House and tell them that Frank sent you. Also, today it's that time again where we want to get people to check out TeePublic, and this is our basic shirt, and it always gets eaten up by the graphics. I think I'm going to turn the graphics off so I can show off these shirts, because yeah. So I'm going to just turn off the virtual background, because then we'll actually be able to show the shirt off, which I want to be able to do. So here it is right here. This is Gaming Fixx, building up the community. This is our classic shirt, and this is on teepublic.com. I'm going to put that up there and say it at the same time, as I tend to do. If you go on to TeePublic /stores/gaming-fixx, then you could find these shirts, as well as this shirt, as well as other shirts that we have. We have some of the troop shirts, which were Vampire and Pathfinder. We have the Pathfinder shirt celebrating on the Pathfinder troop game that I've been running and talking about for almost, what's it been? I think it might have even been for 2 years now. Maybe 3, I'm not sure. We had our vampire game that didn't end up going, but there's also a shirt for that. And then there's the showcase shirts, which right now are going for $22, which have the Gaming Fixx in front, and then on the back they have some of the back covers that we've had before. And so for like $2 more, you can get a showcase shirt. And always check TeePublic to see if there are any sales going on, because there always are sales going on at TeePublic. And we also curate shirts, so any things that have been around, like possibly Lock and Key, things like that, I'm probably going to go on today and do some curating, so check those out. And anything that you buy on that site, which is notebooks, stickers, magnets, buttons, t-shirts, hoodies, any of those things, all go to help us out, and we really appreciate it. Also, you can go on to patreon.com, and on patreon.com there is a right now we are for a donation of $1, $5, or $10. For $5 or $10, we are currently working on our magazine, which should be out soon. I don't know how soon. And like I said, I've been kind of sick, so I haven't gotten anything started as fast as I had intended. And I know the editing will probably start after the 29th, I want to say, or something like that, probably. Something like that. So then you can check that out. And that definitely helps us out, so we can do more Also, wanted to discuss the marathon. We have a marathon every year, and we've done it. We've made a different decision this year. So we do a gaming marathon, which is a 24-hour gaming marathon. I try and get friends or people that want to help out together, or friends of the show, or in the past, some of the hosts to get together and do a marathon. And what we've done in the past is we've done it for Extra Life. But last year, it kind of came to my attention that Extra Life makes millions of dollars. And I have no problem with them making millions of dollars. It's just that I feel like with the time and the work that goes into the marathon, I would like to, if working through the marathon, I would like to do more for people. Um, basically to have more of an effect on the community. And so we're going to do a marathon. Gaming Fixx is going to be doing a marathon. It's going to be on the 3rd to the 4th, I believe, is the plan right now. And we are soon going to reveal who we are, what we are sponsoring, and where all that money is going. So stay tuned to the program. I think that we're probably going to announce it in a week. I want to say a week. Also, you should check out and go to. I'm going to try and share it again, I think. Can I do that this time? Oh, that's right. That's presentation. I can't do that. So it has to be shared screen, which is fine. So we'll share screen right now while I talk about this, which is you should go to Decker Day. Oh, my bad. Go to Decker Day. And I don't have the one with the UPC code yet. But there we go. Decker Day, which is the day of fun and games. That's the outside area at Buenos Pizzeria, and that's 250 West Ocean Boulevard in Long Beach, California. Oh, I do have the UPC code. I was wrong, so that's good. So you can shoot that UPC code to buy your tickets, and it's a $50 single admission, and it's basically it's gonna have a pizza buffet, all you can eat, and there'll be paint and take, train workshop, game demos all day, live recording of Dark Side of the Room with some guest speakers, Nerd Soul, 133 Art, Solar Gray, and Marquita Lestar, as well as Charles from Guildhouse. Or maybe he's not. I heard he was, so we'll see. But that's August 27th, 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. And I definitely recommend that you go check that out. We definitely totally think that's a great cause. And if for some reason, like if you're out of state and you'd like to contribute, you can. I'm trying to see. That's interesting. He doesn't have a way to pay for your tickets. with the UPC code. But you can send me a message, and I can definitely make sure. If you're not in the California area, but you would like to donate, and the reason you want to donate is because some of these funds are definitely going towards um, the projects that Solar has, which are teaching kids how to play role-playing games, how to paint, and how to paint figures and how to paint terrain. And it's really a cool cause. So I would recommend that if you can't go, but you'd like to help out, then definitely contact me. And you can contact me on Facebook at Frank Perkins, or on my Twitter account at Frank Perkins 999 on Twitter, and I can definitely get that all set up for you. So that's basically where we are there. And also, we have a little bit more. I have some things to show today. So we're gonna. I have some stuff from the we have this right here. Here we go.
오늘 나비는 100점 만점!
That's from Elseworld, Elseword, and also have this. And that's from Madden 2. And so those are our trailers for today. And also, hey, if you're in Hornbrook and you're near the Klamath River and you want to have a lunch, you could have lunch today You could have yourself a pork sandwich with coleslaw and a side for about $10. And you could also get yourself a raft. Probably don't want to try and eat your lunch and get a raft at the same time, but you could get a raft and have something to eat and then go out on the Klamath River in Hornbrook, California. I highly recommend checking that out. And thank you for watching. And we really appreciate it. I appreciate it. And goodbye, everybody.